Hello there, it's Diane from Stamping with Diane in Innisfil, Ontario, and I have been playing with 6 little pieces of designer paper and making those the focal point on your card. Aren't these the cutest? So of course it can be in landscape design or in portrait. And I thought I would play tonight with you with the Desert Details. So this original design came to me from Stampin' on the Back Porch with Karen Titus. And I thought I would use our designer paper, Delicate Desert designer paper. And it has some beautiful hues in here. So I've chosen 2 of the patterns. And I've also chosen a piece of the coordinating specialty paper that comes with this suite. There's this foiled and this one, and that one is called the dry brushed metallic 12 by 12 designer paper, and it's the Cajun Craze Petal Pink and Soft Succulent. So to start with, I have pre-cut 6 little pieces, and what I'm doing is I've cut them at the 1 1/4 square, okay, 1 1/4 square. And then I looked at the backs and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't decide which to use. So I'm going to put together 2 different cards using both sides of these little squares, and I'll be featuring the Desert Details. So I'm going to start off with the sentiment. And for the sentiment, I'm choosing "You Are What Sunshine Feels Like," and I'm going to stamp this in the Pale Papaya. Pale Papaya is one of our in colors that could be retiring at the 1st of May. Not sure if we're going to lose this one or not. And the Desert Details has 2 distinctive roses. I think they're roses, and I'm going to stamp each of those on white as well. I'm stamping the smaller of the roses in the dark evening evergreen, and we do have coordinating dies that's going to cut these out for us. And here's the larger of the blooms, and I'm going to do this one in the Soft Succulent. These are the cling stamps, so they already have the rubber backed, so I don't need a mat underneath, but I am pressing firmly because they are beautiful, already detailed. I think I'm going to do 2 of them because I am going to make 2 cards, so I'll put them on here twice. And then I'll be able to cut them out with my coordinating dies. I'm going to be using the potted succulent dies for the label. I love the shape of this one, and it frames that beautifully. And we've got our 2 dies with the desert dies, the large and the small. So you just need to slide those around until you get the match. There we go. And spin this around until we get the match. Okay, so I'll be right back after I run those through my die cut and emboss machine. Okay, I'm going to slide these little squares off to the side, and those die cuts came out beautifully. So I did the small. I'm not sure if we will end up using the little guy on here, but we've got them all available for us. So what I've done is I've actually flipped these over, and I love the look of this. So we've got our regular, this is gray granite, and it's the 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and using our bone folder. Here we go. And now I thought we would use this beautiful designer paper on top of the Pale Papaya. So I'll layer these up for us. So there's our 3 layers, a card front top, and now I'm just going to flip over our 6 pieces. So I have them upside down on my silicone mat and just adding a bit of our white glue on the backs of these. And then we will pop them in place. Now I like it when they're not exactly straight, but I do start in the center. So I do start kind of in the center of the card with the one design and then the opposite design underneath. And as I mentioned, I'm not making them perfectly straight, but I am alternating the patterns. So that's why I did it that way on my silicone mat, so that I can do the same thing. I won't get mixed up when I'm putting them, whoops, onto the card front. Oh, see, there's a bit of wiggle when we're using our white glue, which is not a bad thing when you're doing it this way. And pop that one in. Yes, they are wiggling a little bit more because of the shiny surface, the metallic surface on this dry brushed metallic. Beautiful so far. So now I'd like to layer it with the large bloom. The sentiment is going to pop in here. And if we want, we could have the small bloom as well. And I think this suite comes with gorgeous, gorgeous faux velvet ribbon that, let's give it a go and cut a couple bits and see if we like it. Okay, so this faux ribbon, I think I'm just going to make a little piece stick out the bottom. So cutting that on a little angle and then cutting another one just straight. And I'll grab some of our dimensionals to pop that up. So I'm going to go ahead and put just some of our white glue on the small flower, and we'll go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of the larger flower and the sentiment. So 3 should do it on there. We'll put 2 over here. And then I've got the white glue as well. So let's go ahead and pop this guy down the bottom. And then, yeah, we'll let these stick out from behind our larger bloom. We'll just have this kind of tucked like so. I think that. And yes, I like that. Okay. So I'm going to put some white glue down on the card front. There we go. Just stick these ribbons in place. Pop off our backings. Oh, I can't wait to show you the next one as well, using the same pieces, but the opposite sides. I want to show you what I've done with that. You get 2 cards today instead of just the one. And I'm going to tuck that in behind so I can still read it. You are what sunshine feels like. And we've got lots of glitter and texture happening here. And let's not forget, we've got, this also comes with the gold faceted adhesive back sequins. So this will just, there's some, it's cute. This package has little moon-shaped ones as well as small and large sequins. Let's get out of the package here. All right, I think I'll use one larger one down here and 2 of the smaller ones here and here. There we go. Now, let me show you how I turned these ones into a card. I am using, again, the same idea, same base, but this time I'm going to layer it with the soft succulent Cajun Craze. So I've done the same sentiment with Cajun Craze. These are going to be our pieces, like so. And I often emboss this layer, but instead, let's go ahead and try this. This is a gorgeous die that comes with the Desert Suite, and I'm going to show you what it does top and bottom here. Okay, we had to go with plan B. I remembered when this die actually cuts out the strip. Beautiful, beautiful, but I will use this on another project. That's not the look I was looking for here. So instead I used the gingham embossing folder, and here we go. So I love this Cajun Craze with this gentle embossing. I've laid this out roughly on how we're going to put this together. So, and I'm going to make it an easel card. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that together for us. Okay, I did use some of our stamping seal to put the layers together, and now I have put our white glue on these little squares. Now, I told you last time I tend to start in the middle, but this time I'm doing it long ways, and I kind of already know how much space I need to leave. If you have been using our Stampin' Seal, our refills have been out of stock, but they are back in stock. So, did I do the wrong one here? Oh, that's just the lighter. This is a graded, variegated kind of pattern, so it looks a little bit lighter at the bottom. And I've got I decided to put the two together here with our dimensionals. I'm going to pop that kind of central and put our sentiment just kind of tucked. Where should we tuck it? Right down here. There we go. Tuck that guy and bring in a few more, of course, of our gems here. Let's add a few more bling. Stuck to my finger. Oops, upside down on my finger. There we go. They are super sticky, which is fabulous. And I'll pop a larger one down here. And then let's do a finishing touch on our envelope. Got our envelope. This is a paper that we've used on both. We use this side and this side. So I'm going to just decorate this. I've got my seal. I'm going to come around the edges of the flap with some seal. Line this up right along the top edge. And then using our scissors, just kind of fussy cut around here. This just dresses up our envelope really nicely, so the recipient of this card is going to know that there's something extra special inside. And I think we'll even dress it up even more by just putting one of these small flowers. I already put the ink away, that's all right. Small flowers in the bottom corner. There we go. So what a gorgeous card. I hope you like. We've got those two that we made today with the Desert Suite. And as I say, they were modeled after Stampin' on the Back Porch, Karen Titus, her 6 square designs. And I'm just having so much fun using our different designer papers. We are going to be retiring quite a few of them as our next 2 catalogs run out, our annual catalog. If you need the new catalog, please don't hesitate to email me or go to my link tree where I have a spot where you can sign up for the next catalog. All right, my friends, I hope you like these with the Desert Details suite. Okay, take care. Bye for now.